If you're new to crypto, there are a lot of words you should know and you kind of just learn it as you go. But if you're watching this video, it's probably going to be a lot more helpful to catch you up on some very important terminology. And if you've been following the channel for a while and you have seen my content, sometimes I'm very slow to make content, and this is just one of those filler videos as I'm doing these other deep dive researches and content, and yeah, a lot of stuff in the works. So this is just one of those quick things that I want to make to continuously provide content for you. So if you can help me out by hitting the like button, I'd appreciate it. And if you know someone that's struggling with crypto, maybe this video would help them. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, market cap. Market cap tells you the true value of a coin. So you can see that this is organized by market cap. Bitcoin is at a little less than $800 billion. You can see Cardano is at 28 billion, and you can see Solana is at about 28 billion as well. The coin price is 83 cents for Cardano, while Solana is $88. Just looking at the coin price tells us nothing. Looking at the market cap tells us everything. So we can tell that the coin supply for Cardano is much more, because to get that market cap, you multiply the current coin price by the coin supply, which means the coin supply for Cardano is a lot higher than it is for Solana. That's just what that means. So that's why we have different prices. Number 2, spot trading. So you can see spot trading, that just means you're buying or selling a coin. You're buying or selling a different asset. If you're new to trading, it might sound confusing, but if you just want to buy a coin or sell a coin, you would be doing spot trading. Number 3, a crypto exchange. That is an exchange where you trade crypto. So that would be a spot trade. Depending on the exchange, there could be different features. And there are 2 types of exchanges. A centralized exchange is where you need an account. You have to sign up, you provide an email address and a password. A decentralized exchange is where you just connect your crypto wallet. So they don't need any information from you. You just need to connect your crypto wallet. And the advantage of using a decentralized exchange is you don't have to provide your personal information. Anyone can use it. And there's a lot of benefits to that, especially if you're in the US where crypto is more regulated. But there are pros and cons to decentralized and centralized. On centralized, you can trade all within a platform. You aren't paying any gas fees. Everything's very transparent. Whereas a decentralized exchange, the fees could be higher, where it's like 0.3%, where Pionex is 0.05%, KuCoin, Binance, FTX is 0.1%, depending on where you go. Plus, on a decentralized exchange, you would have to pay gas fees, which is another term we're going to cover a little later in this video. Let's take a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, Guardio. Guardio is a browser extension that helps protect you from potential scams and phishing sites. If you are jumping into crypto and you want to jump into DeFi, it can be incredibly risky. Guardio helps protect you from these potential scams, and they have over 600,000 users just on Chrome alone. It is one of the most trusted Chrome extensions out there, and if you want to try it for free, I do have a referral link in the description, and if you decide to sign up after your free trial, you can save up to 46%. Number 4, bearish and bullish. So if we're bullish, we are expecting the market to increase in prices and in market cap. So if we see Bitcoin at $40,000, if we're bullish, we expect a price to go above $40,000. If we are bearish in the market, we expect the prices to go lower. And of course, everyone has their own opinion. No one is 100% right and can predict the future, but long term, I'm talking several years, possibly decades at a time, Bitcoin has consistently been bullish. But if you look at shorter intervals where it might be a day, a week, a couple months, it could be bearish, it could be bullish. It all really depends on the time frame you're looking at. If you want an answer on that, most people are guessing. So be careful out there, do your own research, and understand that crypto investing is dangerous, and that is my disclaimer. None of this is financial advice. I just want to help you get more familiar with these terms and things that are going on. Number 5, volatility. Volatility it can be described in the sense of how much a chart is moving. So we have two different lines here. One is very volatile if it's moving a lot like that, and one is significantly less volatile if there is less fluctuations. Like a stable coin, for example, that's pegged to the dollar, you're not going to see any volatility there, whereas some cryptocurrencies could be extremely volatile. Number 6, wallet. So you need a crypto wallet, and automatically you are gonna have one. So let's say you set up an account with an exchange. Your wallet is kind of held by the exchange. They give you a deposit address, you can deposit crypto there, but you're not necessarily holding your own coins, which is why you could have self-custody, which means you own your assets and no one can lock you out, and that's by getting a wallet. So there are hardware wallets, there are software wallets. It really doesn't matter as long as you go with something reputable. I personally don't like the hardware wallets. I'm more comfortable with a software wallet just because it's free and it's unlimited. So whenever you are creating a wallet, let's say MetaMask for example, you can create an unlimited amount for free, and as long as you take care of the seed phrase, which is your restore code to your wallet, then you'll be okay. And a lot of these software wallets are compatible with others. So if I create a wallet on MetaMask, I'll have a seed phrase, and then I can restore that to Coinbase wallet or Trust wallet. So if you are going to jump into decentralized finance, you would want to set up your own crypto wallet. I recommend using MetaMask. It might be a little complicated. Otherwise, Trust Wallet and Coinbase Wallet are pretty good options. There are a lot of options there. So for example, I'm using a MetaMask wallet and I'm using it for Ethereum, Polygon, aka Matic, the KCC network, that's KuCoin Community Chain, Harmony, Polygon again, I added it twice, and Binance Smart Chain. But I do like these EVM compatible chains because you can use all of them from one wallet. So I have one wallet address and it's compatible with multiple chains. Number 7, market makers and market takers. So you've probably seen this term around, and if you're using a crypto exchange, the fees might be very different if you're a market maker or a market taker. So a market maker is someone who places limit orders, and a market taker is someone who places market orders. So that means you're going to buy it at the lowest available price from the order book, and the market makers are the people setting those prices, saying, hey, I want to sell it for this much, I'm gonna leave this order in the order book, and if someone chooses to take it, a market taker, then I make this trade happen, which just means I'm a market maker. Okay, simplify all of it. Market maker, you are placing a limit order. Market taker, that's a market order. Number 8, stablecoins. All of these stablecoins might be backed by something different. USDT does not have a great reputation, but it is supported by a lot of different platforms. USDC is a little bit better. BUSD is actually backed by money and real funds in the bank, in a regulated bank in New York. UST is like a smart contract stablecoin where it maintains its price based on a couple different variables. And basically a stablecoin pegs its value against the US dollar. So one stablecoin should equal $1. We do have some fluctuations with these less valuable stablecoins, and that would make them unstable. So that's not a funny joke at all, but I'm gonna keep it in there because I don't like editing. And not necessarily all of these are actually stable coins, even though we're in CoinMarketCap. Some might be classified incorrectly, but what you should know is that a stable coin is pegged to the US dollar, and people use that to trade with just so they can associate a value with a coin, and it just makes it easier to trade. Number 9, DeFi. That stands for decentralized finance. On the other side of that, you have CeFi, centralized finance. With centralized finance, that means there is a centralized entity controlling that system. So you have a bank account. Your account is controlled by that bank. The bank has control over your money. They can freeze your funds. They can approve things for you, but you don't necessarily have that control. The same thing applies to crypto exchanges. There is centralized crypto exchanges like Coinbase, Binance. You have to create an account. They have control over your assets. But even though they do have control, you can still move your funds around. It doesn't necessarily mean they're bad or good. It just means that's the system in place. Whereas decentralized finance, you control everything yourself. You don't need an account. You can just connect your wallet. You can do trades. You're trading against other smart contracts. And basically, no one can tell you no. That's what decentralized finance is. There is no centralized authority in control of what happens out there, which is why we say a lot of crazy things happen in DeFi, where you can make a lot of money and you can also be scammed. So DeFi is awesome, but it's also very risky. Be safe out there. And if you are going to jump into DeFi, be very careful, do your research, and make calculated risks, because even though it can be very lucrative, it can also be very risky. Number 10, crypto mining. That is when you use a computer or some type of physical device to process calculations, and in return you earn cryptocurrency. So I did another video on crypto mining that kind of explains the process and the different profitabilities, and that all depends on what you do in crypto mining. It depends on your hardware, it depends on what coin you're mining, and there are a lot of different ways to mine depending on if you want to use your CPU, GPU, hard drives, network connections. There are a lot of different types of mining, and the most profitable coin to mine can change every day. So there is a lot of risks and upfront costs if you are going to get into crypto mining, because you need the right gear. Number 11, altcoin. Very straightforward. Any other cryptocurrency that is not a Bitcoin. And since there are a lot of different altcoins, some may be good, some may be bad. It all depends on what you think of it, what research there is, and even if you think a cryptocurrency is good or bad, it doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to go up or down. I've seen bad cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, go up in price, while altcoins I did consider good go down in price. So it's crazy out there. That's all I can tell you. Number 12, fiat currency. The currency, not the car. So fiat currency just means money. US dollars, Canadian dollars, Mexican pesos, Japanese yen, Taiwan dollars, euros, whatever it may be. It's the currency that a country uses. That is called fiat. And cryptocurrency can be traded for fiat, and fiat can be traded for cryptocurrency. Number 13, gas. Gas fuels all the transactions within a certain network. So let's say you're using Ethereum and you're using a platform out there like Uniswap. You need gas to fuel your transactions, and that gas is paid with that network coin. So if you're on Ethereum, you'll be paying in ETH. If you're using PancakeSwap, that's on Binance Smart Chain. You need BNB, the Binance coin, to fuel those transactions. So whatever network you're using, you're going to need that network coin to pay for those network fees, which is also called gas. Now, this only really applies to DeFi. If you're on a centralized finance platform like Coinbase, BlockFi, Binance, any one of those, you're not really paying any gas fees if you're doing things within that centralized platform, which is why it's the ideal place to get started if you are a new user. So it just makes it a lot easier. You're not paying gas fees. The fees in general are much lower, and it's just like a great place to start learning before you jump into DeFi, which can be more complicated. Number 14, public ledger. So with these blockchains, a lot of them are very transparent, and every transaction that happens gets recorded to the public ledger. So we can look at this one, blockchain.com. They have a Bitcoin Explorer, and you can put in any kind of transaction ID or wallet, and you can see the balances, the transaction history of that wallet. The same thing goes for other blockchains that require gas, because they are their own chain, they are their own network. So you can see this one for Etherscan, it is everything that happens on Ethereum. And the same thing for Binance Smart Chain, this is BSC Scan. Any transaction that happens can be found using this site. It is a public ledger. It is a place to find out what happens. And if you don't know where to find these for certain chains, it's easy. You just go to CoinMarketCap, and let's say we want to find something for Cardano. You go into Cardano, you look up explorers. So you see explorers, and very likely it's going to be one of these, either Cardano Scan or explorer.cardano.org. So then we get this new website, and then we can search for epochs, blocks, addresses, and transactions. Number 15, Satoshi. A Satoshi is the smallest unit that a Bitcoin can be broken up to. So you might see 0.0001 Bitcoin. And if you break up one Bitcoin into 100 million pieces, the smallest piece would be 1 Satoshi. So you need 100 million Satoshis to have 1 Bitcoin. It might sound a little confusing, but it's kind of like dollars and cents. So you have $1 and it takes 100 cents to have $1. That's the same thing with Satoshis. You can have 100 million Satoshis or you can have 1 Bitcoin. They equal the same amounts. That was a lot of words, and thanks for watching the whole thing. I hope that was helpful. If you want to help me out, please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. And if you want to get started with Guardio, I do have a referral link. You can get a free trial, and if you choose to keep it, you can get up to 46% off with my referral link in the description. Thanks for watching, and with that, I hope you got your full value for today.